This time, whatever we want, we talk about
6 of the most valuable life lessons learned from movies. There are time codes down in the description if you'd like to jump around to different points in the episode. We talk everything from Spider-Man to Grown Ups 2. Enjoy!
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to Whatever You Want, where we review content across all means of media, movies, TV shows, video games, and beyond to give you the most interesting behind-the-scenes insights, storytelling techniques, all that jazz, and more.
We go over everything from Disney, Marvel, DC. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Pre-bada. All right, that felt better. We're back, because remember last week you did it?
Yeah, you messed it up last time. Yeah, I forgot.
I didn't mess it up. You said it, and then it just threw me off, you know?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Jeez, throw me under the bus there.
No, I remember you messed up something one time. Maybe it was...
Thanks, Daniel. What a great friend. I remember you messed up something once, the first kicking off the podcast.
But no, it was like, no, it was like
Just
funny.
lift me
like
up.
it was, no, I am. I'm just saying it was funny how it came out, you know? It was a good moment.
Okay.
I'm not trying to rag on you. I'm just saying.
Daniel saying me coming out is funny. Thanks, man. Just kidding. All right.
Jeez.
Well, Daniel, on that note, we've got a lot of PreBanter to go over. A lot has happened in the past couple weeks. Would you like to jump into it?
Yeah, sure.
So this first one,
I heard some news too.
Yeah, this first one is might not seem too relevant, but it's Bob Iger. So remember, he was a former CEO of Disney, then retired. Then the current CEO, Bob Chapek, got fired, and now Bob Iger's back, and he's trying to make some changes. And a big change he just announced in a memo. He announced that Disney employees must return to the office 4 days a week starting March 1st, 2023. So moving away from hybrid/remote work, which is kind of huge. And I understand why. Here, I can actually read the memo. I have it here.
Yeah.
So this is my Bob Iger impression. I don't know how he sounds. Bob Iger. Dear fellow... No, I'll just read normally. Dear fellow employees, Happy New Year. I hope you all found time to rest and recharge during the holidays. Since returning to Disney, I've been busy. Blah, 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 blah. All right, hold on. Let me actually just get to the important thing. This is a pretty long memo. He brags a bit. For the 7th consecutive year, Walt Disney Studios was the #1 studio at the box office. And last week, Avatar: The Way of Water. That was a 20th Century Fox picture. So now it's Disney. So he's bragging about it. Became the 7th highest grossing film of all time, and his success is only continuing to grow. Then he talks about some other braggy things, more bragging. Holy crap, he brags a lot. This whole paragraph's bragging. All right, he also said, so he brags for a while, butters him up, and then he's and he drops the hammer. I also want to let you know that as I've been meeting with teams throughout the company over the past few months, I've been reminded of the tremendous value in being together with the people you work with. As you've heard me say many times, creativity is the heart and soul of who we are and what we do at Disney. And in a creative business like ours, nothing can replace the ability to connect, observe, and create with peers that comes from being physically together, nor the opportunity to grow professionally by learning from leaders and mentors. It is my belief that working together more in person will benefit the company's creativity, culture, and our employees' careers. After that, he just says, starting March 1st, 2023, employees will be required to come in 4 days a week and targeting Monday through Thursday. So they still have the option, I guess, Friday to, work remote or whatever. But yeah,
they're being forced to come in, which is nice. Honestly, as a creative, it's and as somebody who's teaching over pandemic time, where it's tough to connect with. I mean, this is still different because it's teaching, but I was teaching at an art school, so you're teaching with creatives, you're trying to help with creative projects and connecting with people. I totally get it because it's so different being able to not actually it's better to be in person, be able to have those conversations and actually connect with people. It's so difficult trying to
do it over Zoom. I think I don't know if I've discussed this on the podcast, but I definitely have talked about it before. But I think when we've kind of had some subpar Pixar Disney movies recently, I was I wonder how much the fact that everyone, and this was months ago, the fact that everyone is not physically together, being able to collab and bounce ideas off of each other is impacting the potential that these movies can rise to create creatively. So it's cool that I was thinking that way, and now Bob Iger's also thinking that way. So I'm sure other people have been thinking that way too, and I'm I'm thinking Bob Iger. But I am genuinely curious, and I'm wondering if we'll see a surging creativity in 2 years once the new slate of movies starts getting worked on, when this change goes into effect, if it sticks, if that'll rise. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I feel because it's going to be, I'm not going to say surging creativity, but I feel there's going to be a lot better output because of the communication boost.
I wonder, I think there's going to be growing pain. I imagine, I haven't seen any Disney employee reaction, but I imagine it's going to be tough going from getting so used to working from home, being with your family, and then having to just like uproot and go back to the old way. Because I know Disney's always kind of in the mindset of like push forward and like look forward, never look back. And this feels like a stepping back, but it feels like a stepping back for like a good reason. So that's kind of like a fine line that I think they have to walk.
I don't think it's that. Just because you're going back to an old thing doesn't mean you're stepping backwards. They're pushing forward and trying to change things to a system that allows
That's exactly what I'm saying.
For better things.
Yeah. You're agreeing with me.
But no, I'm saying the mindset of how you're looking at it with that comment, it doesn't make sense.
I disagree. Because like they're looking back, like it's technically going back to the old way of like pre-pandemic, no work from home, and that could theoretically like limit them and like if they're have employees like all over the world, like I don't know. But I understand like why they're doing that. Like they're trying to get back to the ways of like still going forward, but of like creative collaboration, which is I like support. I just wonder like how much people are going to resist that and if that's going to cause any growing pains. And I also wonder if the industry, like other studios, are going to follow that, because Disney's usually like a leading force in trends because they just have so much power. So I don't know. I'm not looking forward, as someone who lives in LA, I'm not looking forward to March 1st because there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of more cars on the road because of Disney.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're going to be feeling it.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right. Well, so I don't have to think about that. Let's move on to the next bit of news. So the Golden Globes happened like 2 weeks ago when this podcast goes out. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, well, it's kind of getting to award season. There's been some cool things. I think Zendaya won for Euphoria, and I don't think she was there. It's really cool. Ke Huy Quan, he was
short round.
Yeah, he played. I wrote shortstop here for some reason. I think it auto-corrected. And he was also the guy from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think he won like Best Supporting Actor. And I've been seeing some interviews from him.
I saw his speech actually, dude. It was so heartfelt.
Yeah, he just seems like such a genuine human being, like, and just excited to be in the industry and like just a kind soul. So like I'm glad that, like he said, I mean, I'm sure you saw that he's like felt like Hollywood kind of cast him aside and there's no place for him acting anymore. And now like over 40 years later, he's back, and I'm just so glad that he's like has this opportunity and has snatched this opportunity to be back, because I'm excited to see him in more things. Yeah,
no, same. Like it's sad to see talents like that have that kind of perspective where they feel like that they can't make something of themselves, especially like how he said too, where he's like, I had this great experience as a child, and it's like I can't top this thing as a kid. Like that's like a terrible perspective, or just
imagine peaking. He probably thought he like peaked when he was like 10, like that.
That's sad. So, but the fact that he's able to still keep on working and get to this point, it was amazing.
I agree. He and a bunch of actors were on, like, Hollywood Reporter does like this roundtable thing where they just gather a bunch of random actors and talk to them about their experiences. And I started watching, I'm like a third of the way through him, and he's there with Brendan Fraser, who also kind of had a similar experience of like, after he was like hot stuff, young in Hollywood, then he took like a very big break and is now kind of finding a like Brendan Fraser renaissance. So like they got to bond over that. It was really cool. They had very unique perspectives, but were able to relate over that, which was cool. So definitely check that out if you're interested. I think Austin Butler won for Elvis, which I think is well deserved. I actually saw a unique perspective that I haven't considered. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I saw someone say that they've seen all these like biopics of like the Elvis one with Austin Butler, like Freddie Mercury, and they're like, do you think we like elevate and raise our perception of this actor's performance? Like, these actors are giving like such great performances, but do you think they're also helped, like we're elevating their performance because we just admire the person they're playing so much? Like, if they gave like a very similar crazy performance, but it was like on a biopic about me, like I haven't done anything crazy in life yet, so like would that be as viewed as like exceptional as him playing Austin Butler playing Elvis kind of thing, because that person is so larger than life that's helping elevate the performance? I never thought about it like that, and I think it's definitely possible. But
I think people might. I know I don't. Like, I don't care about that per se. It's an art form, so it matters about how it's being portrayed. You can have somebody like, imagine if Rami Malek for
Freddie Mercury,
right? Imagine if he did that wrong, like he wasn't able to capture that or really give that kind of character that
definitely.
it needed. Then that would have not done well. So at the end of the day, it depends on how it is portrayed. If the actors don't do a good job, then the people aren't gonna connect with it, and then it's gonna do kind of, I'm not gonna say vice versa, but it's gonna be like, hey, you're
not living up to the legend status.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think both sides like could be. I don't know if we've ever seen like a really bad biopic performance. So I guess we would have to, if we ever saw that, then maybe we could like judge that. But I think it could go either way.
You also got to think about like other characters say that what? Like they're
like
fiction.
Other people in their lives.
Yeah, but like not like movie stars or like singers or like that through history. Like think of Dahmer recently, right? Like somebody who's revered as somebody who's like terrible in life because of the actions that they've done. How does that affect the actors in portrayal? Because I feel like that's another stigma too there, to where it's like actors worry about playing certain characters because they're worried about how they'll be perceived.
True.
Later on, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that does bring up a point. Like I feel like when Zac Efron played Ted Bundy, like he was kind of not praised for his performance, but like said he did like a good job portraying the essence of Ted Bundy. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. All cool stuff to think about in the industry and acting and human psychology. All right, next. I was editing our Avatar 2 versus Puss in Boots episode a while ago, and I realized we've been talking about Avatar 2, the Way of Water for a while, and we had a missed opportunity to call it Avatar Wow, Avatar Way of Water, Avatar Wow. Like I feel like that would have been like such a shorthand way to say it. I mean, like really cool. Avatar Wow.
A wow.
Yeah. A wow. You know?
Yeah.
I think that would have been funny. I think you also had some news you shared with me. Do you want to share that as well?
Oh, yeah. So, oh my goodness, I forgot I even said that to you. So, Phineas and Ferb is getting a 2 new series, 20 episodes each.
2 new seasons, not series.
2 new seasons, yeah. I'm so used to freaking series being used nowadays. But yeah, 2 new seasons, which is crazy.
What do you think about it?
It's weird to see like that. Well, no, it's because I follow Dan Povenmire on TikTok. Yeah. I'm just like, oh my god, like
he's the creator of Phineas and Ferb and the voice of Doofenshmirtz for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, more.
Well,
I always wanted more.
I'm like always slightly skeptical. Like I'm very excited. I love Phineas and Ferb. Don't get me wrong. I just like, I think things are beautiful because they're fleeting and like they end. There's a set amount. I just hope they don't like ruin it. I feel like such an old cynic saying that, but like I love the original Phineas and Ferb, and I just worry that like after years like they could like come back and like change things. But like
no, I totally agree.
Genuinely optimistic though, and I hope and believe in Dan Povenmire that like they will do great things. But yeah, I just worry because it was like such a fundamental part of my childhood and so good. So yeah, that's my only thought.
I don't remember the finale movie, whatever.
I don't really either. Did they get like old or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe
after that or like in between.
That's my point. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm assuming this could be back when they were kids, but like, I'm thinking about like, how will that work with them continuing on? Like didn't Candace and Jeremy whatever get together at the end and stuff like that?
I don't know. Actually, that's the thing. Like, I did love Phineas and Ferb, but by the end, I think I was kind of aging out, and I didn't really track. And also, this was in the age. This makes me feel really old, but this was at the time when like there wasn't streaming, so like you just caught what you did on TV, and if you didn't catch it, you didn't catch it. I feel so old saying that.
There's like, I feel like there's so many gaps of episodes I just don't.
Same. We should do a Phineas and Ferb episode, and where we like binge the whole series.
I'd be down for that. How many episodes and seasons are there?
It started 2007, ended 2015. Oh my gosh!
Holy guacamole!
That went pretty long. It's 4 seasons.
Dang. I don't want to rag on Dan because Dan's great. But here's why I think they're doing this.
Because it's the 10-year anniversary of the Avengers Phineas and Ferb movie coming out, remember?
Exactly! Well, no. The reason why I think they're doing this is because that new show was a Hansel and Gretel.
Hamster
and Gretel.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like the whole gimmick, and I couldn't think of the first word.
Exactly. Like, I don't think it's
doing those great numbers. Because they also announced that he was getting like more episodes, like season 2 of that at the same time. So maybe it was to drum up hype for that.
It could be.
Maybe. So, I don't know.
I don't know the numbers there, but I'm just saying,
That's one of my fears.
Like, we're not the target audience with that, but like,
That's, again, that's 100% right. Like, I'm sure maybe Hamster and Gretel is like doing well with like the younger generation, but like I only know Dan Povenmire from Phineas and Ferb, and that's totally fair. My fear as like filmmaker and creative is that like I will have like one crazy one hit wonder, and then I won't make anything after that, and I will just get sucked into like like making spin-offs or like trying to clutch onto that magic moment, that feeling of creating something so loved just once, but I never get there again. That's just like kind of I got really deep there, but that's kind of sort of like a deep fear I have, but I'm working to not have that because I want to make different stories that connect with people all the time. I don't want to make just one that's like crazy good. Like I obviously want to make at least one, but like I don't know, I don't want to. I feel like
that's kind of very here. Let me explain this. Right? Because I don't want to bash on you. I feel like it's kind of a narcissistic perspective.
Okay. How come?
And here's why. Because a lot of people don't even get their one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I know. Well, I understand that. And yeah, I would be very appreciative if I even got one. But like, if I get one, like I think it's good to strive for more, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But at the end of the day, it's on you. It's
yeah.
Not, and the reason why I say it's narcissistic is because if you're clinging on to that one thing, it means it's your ego that you're focusing on.
Yeah, and I'm saying I want to actively avoid that. So I want to avoid being narcissistic. Yeah.
Yes, and that's good. That's a good
I thought you were saying I was narcissistic for wanting more than one. And I was like, I don't know if that's really...
No. Like, that's... Well, it's narcissistic to, like, to be wanting to focus on, like, sticking to that one. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to avoid. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Next, in speaking of revivals, Zoey 101... is getting a revival movie.
Oh, Jesus.
This one I did hear about right before the Phineas and Ferb.
What?
I think, honestly, I'm actually here for this one. Like, I feel like enough time has passed that, like, it makes sense. Like, the freaking iCarly one. The iCarly one happened, like, I looked it up and I didn't realize it was this long. So iCarly was, like, one of the first, like, Nickelodeon, like, revivals they did. And I felt like it was too soon. Like, iCarly ended... I looked it up. It ended 2012. I thought it was later than that, but it ended 2012. And the revival came in 2021, so it was like 9 years later, almost a decade later, which I guess is about a good time to do a revival. I thought they maybe could have waited a little longer. So, but this one, people I feel like have been asking for Zoey 101 reboot for a while, and it also ended in 2008, so it's been 15 years since Zoey 101 ended.
So it's a reboot, so it's not the same characters
No,
or
it's
anything?
a revival. Like it's
a revival.
It's
okay.
coming. It's all the same cast. Hold on, I have the article here. It's Zoey 102. No, I don't know.
Well, no, it's what, Zoey being like a mob now or something?
Wait, actually Zoey 102 is the working title of it.
Oh my god.
I'm a genius. What'd you say?
Well, no, because, okay, didn't the original show end because she got pregnant from like one of the other dudes?
I think she's a teen? Know. I honestly don't know. And that was Daniel, that was again 2008. I was not looking into like Zoey 101 pregnancy drama when I was 9 years old, unfortunately. Yeah, so you're bringing back Jamie Lynn Spears as Zoe Brooks, Aaron Sanders as Quinn, Sean Flynn as Chase, Matthew Underwood as Logan. Yeah, they bring back the original cast, and it's, I guess, taking place, 15 years after the original, so they'll be like middle-aged adults. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
How are they
out.
gonna? Is it like maybe it's like it's a reunion or something?
Teachers now.
They're all teachers at the same school, and they all they all individually like sign up or somehow become teachers and just show up on the first day, and they're like in a pod.
What are you doing here? Yeah.
I wonder if Victoria Justice will be back. Anyways,
she was in that.
Yeah, she was. I think Lola.
I'm not gonna lie. Zoey 101 was like one of those shows that was like I would catch every now and then.
Yeah, same.
But like it wasn't like I watched it.
It wasn't it was no Drake and Josh, you know.
It wasn't no Ned's Declassified.
Yeah, I think they just started a podcast actually. The original three from
really.
There. Yeah, it's like Ned's Declassified podcast.
Ned's Classified, Unclassified.
It's something.
Like
Ned's. Let me look it up. Ned's Declassified Adulting Survival Guide.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, cool.
I feel like we've been doing pre-banter for a good bit.
Wait, yeah I have one more pre-banter. Apparently, John Williams. Well, we kind of have a shorter main segment-ish, so I figured we could just do some more pre-banter. But apparently, John Williams is not retiring after Indiana Jones 5. That was his original plan was to retire after Indiana Jones 5.
Let's go!
Yeah, it was actually super hype. I think I saw somewhere, I don't know if this was a quote from him or just a quote that someone like, some kid was like, this is deep. It was like, if you love something, then you never let it go, or like you always keep doing it, or it lives with you forever or something. So like, yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what he'll do next, but cool.
That's awesome.
All right. Ready for the main segment. Oh, sorry.
No, I have one thing.
No main segment. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's really quick. It's
I
about
thought.
Kanye.
Oh, gosh.
Apparently, he remarried.
What?
I saw a thing on Drama Alert where he
Okay.
apparently married this like designer girl that looks just like Kim, but like younger.
Oh, Kim. I thought you said him. I was like, what? Kanye married a
talk about
clone or
narcissists.
something.
Oh my God.
All right.
Uh,
Interesting. Well, I'm not even.
that was it. I just saw that like
Okay.
last night. I was like, okay, he's back and he's doing that.
Are you ready to
so-
180 and talk about the 6 most valuable movie life lessons?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of life lessons in that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're in the main segment.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically we're gonna go through and just talk about just like some life lessons we've learned from movies that are kind of like stuck with us past the movie and like throughout the years in our lives. And this might not be like the 6th top of all time, even though I have said that in the title.
No.
But like, yeah, maybe because there's just so many. I mean, every movie kind of has like a moral and like lesson at the end of it.
Good movie.
Good movie, yeah. So, I mean, if you guys like this concept, we can do more. Let us know in the comments if we've missed any. Do you mind if I go first?
Yeah, I was going to ask who you want to go first. So yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Take the lead.
My number 1 for valuable movie lessons is just any Master Oogway quote, honestly. I wanted to go first because I figured, I was like, you might have this, but I really want to talk about this. All right. I actually like Googled, because there was one quote that I really want to talk about, but I Googled like Master Oogway quotes, and like there was the top choice was from mindsetopia.com, and it was like the top 20 Master Oogway quotes. I'm not gonna run through them all, but the one I wanted to talk about that stuck with me that I immediately thought about when we came up with this concept was this is the first part is a little odd, but it's he says, "Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be." There's a saying, and here it is: "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present." And like when I was a kid, that stuck with me because I was like, "Oh, wordplay, like gift and present, that's cool." And because it like was so catchy, it like stuck with me. And then as I like got a little older and it kind of sat with me and I started thinking about it, I was like, holy crap, that's like
so wise.
Such a good nugget of life, like wisdom. Like something I've personally struggled with throughout life and am working on is just, again, like he said, not worrying about the past because you can't change it, or worrying about the future because it hasn't
happened
you
yet
to worry about it. I'm just like living in the moment and being present with like friends and family. It's just like a happier way to live, I have felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, again, don't get me wrong, you don't want to forget the past. You want to take those life lessons, learn from them, and move forward, but just don't live in the past, like revel in it. And same with the future. You want to think about the future and set yourself up for a successful future, but you don't want to worry about it too much so you don't do any action in the present or live in the present that will set you up for a worse future, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I just I also was thinking, like, as I was writing this down, and I just want to do like a deep dive analysis into Master Oogway and all the Kung Fu Panda characters, because I was just thinking, I was like, holy crap, like the fact that Oogway is the most powerful character in like Kung Fu Panda is insane, but he's also a turtle. Like the fact, like often an animal that's overlooked for being like slow and kind of sluggish, but he's like the most powerful one. Like it's inspiring because he's like taking the cards he's dealt in life, and that doesn't make or break him. He's worked around that struggle of like being a slow animal and somehow still become the master of all like kung fu. And I literally thought that, and then I looked at one of his quotes on his list, and it said, "It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be." And I was like, "Holy crap!" Even that like is at his core in his character design, and the fact that like the directors and creatives like decided to do that is so cool. Because like think if Oogway was like a lion, that would still be sick, but that wouldn't hit as hard because he hasn't dealt with that in his past. Oh my god! Like just so many levels, man. I love that. I was like just geeking
You're like,
out
I wish
about
I
this.
had Master Oogway in my life. You know, I wish I had him as like a mentor. That'd be kind of weird though if you think about it. Like if you like turn around a corner and there's just like a giant turtle like talking to you, or maybe the
TMNT.
Well, yeah, it'd be like that honestly. But no, imagine this with Kung Fu Panda scales. So like,
So he's just
well,
like
then again,
a 7
he
foot
and Power are
turtle.
the same size.
Yeah, true. So he's like the size of a panda.
Well, no, I was saying so. Like, imagine if he's like small. Well,
Oh.
then again, there are big turtles, so maybe
Yeah.
he's one of the big boys.
He's like a lion turtle size. What
Yeah.
if all the Kung Fu Panda characters are just like Godzilla size, but there's nothing to reference, like no humans around to reference? That'd be kind of freaky. But yeah.
That'd be a lot.
All right. That was my number one. Do you have any like thoughts on that?
No, I think that's
Uruguay
very
knowledge?
insightful. I mean, Uruguay, you can't go wrong with Uruguay,
Yeah.
man. He is literally like the mentor. I mean,
Such a well-written
that's who he is.
character.
Yeah. For me, I went back to childhood roots.
Okay.
I want you to take a guess at what you think mine is after that comic, because you know where I lie with a lot of that stuff.
Childhood, like, is it holes? I don't know.
No, that is a good one, but no.
Yeah, there's some life lessons in there, I feel like.
No, I'm going back to
The tank?
Toby's. Oh my god. Spider-Man 1.
Oh.
And the reason I picked Spider-Man 1 is because I felt like this one out of his trilogy had like the biggest emphasis on like him learning from his mistakes and also like how to try to protect people. And at the very end, when he tells Mary Jane like, I'll always be there for you, but I can't offer you anything more. The lesson with him being able to understand, like, again, great power, great responsibility, but
He has
also
to
like learning to
sacrifice.
sacrifice for the greater good.
That's a good one.
And that, I don't know, just thinking about that, like, in life, that kind of always just stuck with me, like understanding, like there's going to be times where you do need to give things up, you know? And you'll have to just accept that and be okay with that.
That's very noble. Yeah, no, that's a great one, honestly. Yeah, I think Spider-Man's such an interesting character because of exactly that reason. Like, he gives so much of himself for the greater good.
Yeah.
Almost all the time, like, does not expect anything in return. And it's so frustrating because you just want to see him win and get something, but he is such a kind, noble person that he just keeps sacrificing because it's the right thing to do, and that's what Uncle Ben taught him. So yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's Spider-Man, so it's hard to, like, not take from that. That's kind of like this whole thing. But I thought it was important to bring up.
Yeah, definitely. You ready for my number 2?
Yeah, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is, so it's kind of a joke one, but it is serious. Like, Grown Ups 2. We talked about it last week with like how Adam Sandler picks up women, and like just hear me out though, because this isn't like the life lesson I learned is how to pick up women, but like, so Adam Sandler in Grown Ups 2 talks to his kid, and he's like, his kid's like, how did you like pick up mom? Like, you're so fugly. And Adam Sandler's like, there's a secret, like Adam Sandler kids do, or like whatever his name in the movie is, not Adam Sandler kids. Yeah. That'd be funny if he was like, this is what Adam Sandler does. No, but he says, so yeah, number 1, you tell a joke and make them smile. Number 2, compliment their smile. Number 3, immediately ask them out to go out that night so they don't have a chance to like back out of it because they realize how fugly you are and say no. And like, as funny as that is, it kind of made me realize in that moment, because this came out when I was like 14ish, which is like the prime age when like we start, like, young men start getting interested in women, you know? And I think at that point I was kind of like, not scared of talking to girls, but just like, obviously I had anxiety about it. And I think this like fun comedy moment just made me realize, oh, like, talking to girls doesn't have to be like this super anxiety inducing crazy experience. Like, it can be like fun. It's supposed to be like, you're young and just like talking to girls. Like, it's just like a fun thing. Obviously respect them and everything, but like, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to get super anxious and built up and worry, like, tight in your chest about it. And I think that whole interaction made me realize that. And I was like, oh, okay, I can be like more confident and just have fun with this. And I think that was an important thing that I kind of realized from that, you know?
And you've been a stud ever since.
I don't know. I don't want to go that far.
Oh, man. Okay, here's the thing, though, because I feel like Adam Sandler, like, he has that, you know, that philosophy in Grown Ups 2. No, that was Grown Ups.
That's Grown Ups 2. Because he talks about
Was it Grown Ups 2?
Yeah, because his son's older, and he goes asks out the girl at the ice cream shop, and then she comes to the party.
Yes, no, you're right. Yeah.
Trust me, I know my Grown Ups did.
But here's the thing. I feel like he has his own, like, actual Adam Sandler way of doing things. Like, even when he has his wife. But he's always married in the movies to some, like, smoking mama.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm just like, his actual philosophy is, I'm going to go and make my own.
Be super successful. Yeah, make my own movies and just hire the most
and hire
beautiful women.
The actors that are beautiful
Jennifer
to be my
Aniston.
wife in the movies.
Yeah. Not a bad plan. You know, that's the new life philosophy I've learned from Grown Ups too. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, my number 2.
Yeah.
It is about a sad character.
Oh, this is a flip. Wow, from Grown Ups 2.
John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
No, because I feel like
Never let your dog out of your sight.
Yeah, literally. Like, no, that's not it. But like, I don't know. His character has always been like super action, or like he's getting back into the game, you know. But like, he's a very tragic character because his wife died, and then his dog is murdered by some mafia members, and like from just a regular person's perspective, like what would you do? You just kind of like go on and live life. But his life was filled with killing people and like being an assassin and doing all this crazy stuff. So the life lesson I wanted to get out of this one was sometimes you gotta deal with your stuff.
Okay.
He does it in a way that's like very obviously hands-on, hence the movies. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's multiple ways to look at that.
So like,
right?
don't let it just build up and internalize it. Is what
don't
saying?
don't internalize it. Now in this case, it wasn't really something he was internalized. I mean, his wife died, and like his dog, like that's a lot to like deal with, even for like that's for anybody.
Yeah.
But, like moving on to like the future movies and so on, it's something. There's different ways to deal with stuff. Again, you can face it head on like how he does, and that's dealing with it in a way. Sometimes that is a good way to cope and confront problems that you're facing in life. But other times, you need to go and confront it mentally too, and conquer your like mental, emotional demons as well. So I felt like that's just kind of like a more like philosophy of John Wick. But I wanted to also I felt like it was important to bring up because I a lot of times people don't confront their problems like that, and I think it's an important note to learn from.
So you can move past it. Like if you never confront it, you'll just kind of, I don't know.
It'll always just be biting at you. You'll never progress or grow or change.
And I think also something you can take away from John Wick is to like try to like deal with it in a healthy way. Like maybe John Wick doesn't do it in the most healthy way, but we should strive to do it in a healthy way. Healthy way. Yeah. That's a good one. Any other thoughts on your second one before we move on to our third ones?
No. Go ahead.
This one is actually, this third one is the one that the reason I came up with this idea. So I was thinking about this quote. This is one that has stuck with me for like a while. It's not even from like a great crazy movie. I think it's actually a pretty kind of forgettable movie, but like no offense to the people that worked on this movie, but the movie's We Bought a Zoo, and it's a Matt Damon movie where like he and his family like, I think he's like a normal family, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if he has like a midlife crisis. I actually don't even remember much of the plot. I haven't seen it in a while, but like they like buy a zoo and then like start running a zoo, and I think it like ends up bringing the family like closer together. But the key thing I want to take away is he's sitting with his kids at like this diner, and it ends up being the diner that I think he met his wife at. Like when they first met, and he was telling the story of how they met, and he drops this philosophy of like 20 seconds of confidence is all it takes to change your life. And I was like, whoa. And the example he gives is like he was walking down the street like years and years ago and saw his future wife then, like this beautiful woman they had never met before inside this diner. And he was like, holy crap, like she is so gorgeous. Like I would love to just talk to her and get to know her, maybe take her out. And then he started thinking like all the doubts started getting to him, like, she would never go out with me. Like she's so beautiful. Like why even bother? Like I would just get rejected. And like, he was like, no, like, I'm just going to go do this. And like he built up, again, all it took was 20 seconds. He was like, I'm going to do this. Dedicated it, walked inside, said hello, was very friendly, and asked her out. And she said yes. And then like the rest is history. And then there's like, I'm pretty sure there's like other instances of that like throughout the movie where like 20 seconds of confidence helps him like close business deals and do all sorts of stuff. And then I don't know if like, I think 20 seconds of confidence can definitely change your life, but I think it's just the act of like what that means is like, oh, just break it down into like baby steps. Like if you just do 20 seconds of confidence and like ask out this girl, that could lead to like something incredible that you would never even experience if you didn't even try. And just like the act of like, it's not that scary if you just break it down. It's just 20 seconds of confidence. And then what's the worst that can happen? Like, that's it. 20 seconds, then it's over. So just that breaking it down, I think is like really impactful.
It's good. Sorry, I started laughing because I instantly imagined like the memes where it's like, oh, what's the worst you can say? No. And then there's like cuts to her just like ragging on the guy.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, ew, you're so ugly. Like, why would I even go out with you? You have some straggly hair and you're just so
even if that happens,
ugly.
then
like,
you know that she wasn't the girl for you, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, the 20 seconds of confidence. I talk about that actually with my friend who I'm going to remain anonymous for now all the time. And like, I'm keeping him anonymous because we literally, he's actually about to propose to his girlfriend. And I don't know if it's happened yet, so I don't want to like ruin the surprise in case this goes out before that. But, and like we talk about this all the time. Like we had late nights, we would talk about this and just about like how in life we could use this when we're feeling like not confident, just to use it just to like take that initial 20 seconds quick baby step and get started. He's proposing to his girlfriend. I was like, hey man, 20 seconds of confidence. And we hadn't talked about it for a while. And he was like, oh, 100%, dude. I completely forgot about that, but I will definitely be thinking about that when I do it. Like, I'm excited. Thanks. And I was just like, yeah, like it's just a cool little thing we have. So yeah, I really like that piece of advice. And that is my last one. What about you?
My last one. I don't know why, but I went like kind of like melancholy-ish. For this one, I went with Finding Nemo.
Oh, just keep swimming.
Oh, I was just going to say, just don't lose your son. Otherwise, you're going on a huge adventure and have to try to find him.
That's so like specific.
It's good advice, though, right?
Was that actually your third one? Don't lose your son.
Yeah,
I think from Nemo you can take away. Don't just keep swimming. Like just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. Yeah.
Was that it? That was all you...
that was it. That was it. I was just like, I want something that kind of just be like short and funny.
That's why I did number 2, because I knew your last one. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah. Again, please everyone comment other valuable life lessons we've missed from other movies, because there's so many great movie life lessons. That's what I love about movies. Yeah. There's like a moral lesson you take away from it that resonates with you. Yeah, let us know. All right. Ready to jump into the next segment?
Yes.
I tried to say next, but was thinking main, like out of the main segment. So I was like, main segment. So yeah, Quirky Queries. You said you had one this week, right?
Yes. So when you texted me, this is actually what generated it.
Wait, sorry. In case people don't know, sorry. This is just like a segment where like we just ask a completely random question. Doesn't have to do anything with the episode. Sorry. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. So you texted me like, hey, why don't we do like nuggets of wisdom from different movies. I'm like, okay, nuggets. I wanted to ask you
what my favorite type of favorite way to consume chicken is. Sorry, I don't know.
Well, no, like where's your favorite chicken nuggets from? Like fast food or like any other place? Oh my gosh,
dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge chicken nugget guy. Like, I don't know. I think I just got burned too many times at McDonald's, and I was like, this is just not good. And then I started just having like chicken fingers and chicken wings. I was like, this is just so much better. Like, why would I go for chicken nuggets? It just feels like artificial. Maybe it's just because I've been eating artificial ones.
Okay, maybe we should expand the question to nuggets/tenders.
Oh, tenders.
Which is hard to compete, because like, come on, nuggets and tenders are not the same thing.
Yeah, no, I think we should go to like
Chick-fil-A.
I can,
and then like,
yeah, I think honestly, I was gonna say, I think Chick-fil-A might be where I would, if I had to get nuggets, and I would probably go to seek out a Chick-fil-A.
Really?
I think so, just because I just can't see myself doing Burger King or McDonald's. Like, just McDonald's is like bottom tier for me.
Really? Listen,
I don't know.
McDonald's, like, it's fake meat, but like, for me growing up, it was like a foundation of my diet.
Oh wow.
So those nuggies, man, like they're so bad, but I'm just like, I don't know, ingrained to eating them now.
No, that's why.
Nah, to me, I love them, dude. I love them so much. And the thing is too, they mess with my gut. Like they just make you feel
you're really
bad.
selling me on it. They're
but
fake
like,
meat.
I don't know what it is.
Beautiful.
But no, that's why I kind of also went to like recently Wendy's nuggets, because they kind of same, but they are better, and they don't mess with your gut.
Wendy's nuts.
I'm hesitant to say Chick-fil-A, and here's why. Chick-fil-A, honestly, like the
sauce,
the most, like, oh yeah, dude, the sauce
with the nuggies.
But that's the thing. We're talking about just the nuggies. We're not talking about like sauce and nuggets.
No, but it's a nuggie experience. Like, I'm not gonna eat just
chicken
nuggets
could be
on
used
my
on
own.
other things.
If I'm just eating chicken nuggets on my own, nothing. I'm not gonna eat chicken nuggets with no sauce. I'm incorporating the sauces at the places. Yeah, no, I'm not I need sauce for my chicken nuggets.
I usually just raw
dogging chicken nuggets over here, bro. I don't know if I trust.
No, but if it's Chick-fil-A, I'll use the sauce. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But if it's like McDonald's, like I don't.
The nuggets
use sauce.
are a vessel to get the sauce into my mouth.
No, that's the thing. I do that more with tenders, honestly.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Like if it's like chicken tenders or something like that, then I'll use ketchup or something like that. You know.
The sauce is the main thing. The nuggies are just a vehicle to get that.
No. The sauce it depends on the sauce.
Yeah.
It totally depends on the sauce. I'm
getting lost in the sauce
Chick-fil-A
right now.
sauce,
I don't know what's happening anymore.
It's like, I agree with that sentiment with Chick-fil-A sauce. If it's something like ketchup, like ketchup is just like a nice little,
pizzazz
on top of pizzazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So I never knew that you're like anti-nuggy.
Nah, dude. That I don't even like boneless wings that much because I'm like, it's just chicken nuggets, and like, why would I eat chicken nuggets if I can just get like bone-in wings? I don't know. I need to sort out my chicken thoughts, I think.
You do, honestly.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it stems from when I was a kid or when I was younger, I would go on this 5.3 mile running route, and I would always pass this farm, and there was this rooster outside with like a bunch of chickens, and the rooster would always like caw at me to like assert his dominance. I'm like, bro, I'm not approaching your chicks over there. You don't have to worry. I'm not approaching your hens, your ladies over there. But maybe that like instilled some base level like I will not have chicken nuggets ever thing. I don't know, but I do like regular chicken, so.
He had the 20 seconds of confidence whenever you came around.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, slip off. Don't touch my hands.
Dude, I bet that the rooster got laid so hard because it looked like I just ran away because I was running. So he was like, I successfully defended the coop right here. And you know what?
That's such a weird perspective to think about, actually. You know how many times that must happen?
Dude, that's this plot of Chicken Run 2. It's me running by, and then the chicken asserting his dominance. Guess we'll see this year.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Yeah, no. So, did you answer the question, or are you just going to say Chick-fil-A?
I don't know. Where else can you get chicken nuggets
from? Don't say Chicken-fil-A. That's like
I said
using
Chick-fil-A.
a hard R.
I said Chick-fil-A.
No, you said Chicken-fil-A.
No, I didn't. I said chicken from Chick-fil-A, but okay.
Oh, I should have heard just Chicken-fil-A, and I'm like, no.
No, I'm not that crazy. Best chicken nuggets.
For me, I don't know. That's tough.
You said
that
Wendy's.
Is really tough. Well, no, I was saying, okay, Wendy's is universal. I feel like it's like the average middle ground between like taste and then like
Sonic
shape and like. Oh, I haven't had Sonic in so long.
KFC popcorn nuggets. Wendy's is number 6 on this list. McDonald's is number 4. Oh, I don't trust this list anymore. Oh, number 3 is Chick-fil-A.
No.
Popeyes.
What's number 1?
Arby's premium chicken nuggets.
What?
I've never had that.
Oh my God! Why? I just turned into the muscle man because of that. Oh my God!
All right.
I will say Chick-fil-A with you. Actually.
What? You always get bagged on me. And
no, because I'm thinking. I'm thinking of it like this now, right? if they're all together in like a little chain or something like that, I'm going to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, all right. They're known for chicken. Yeah. All right.
Although
Popeyes
chicken sandwich, but that's
different. Are you ready for a TTTT?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
I want Popeyes, man. It's just more Popeyes near us. There's only one over in like Harrisburg. Which, by the way, a farm show's going on right now.
Yeah, you should go. Give them milkshakes. What's your favorite farm show milkshake?
They bring all the boys to the yard.
There's I'm
a classic chocolate guy.
Yeah, chocolate's good. There, for anyone that doesn't know, this is such a local reference.
Actually, wait, no, vanilla. Dude, vanilla.
Nah,
the vanilla one at the farm show.
I hate vanilla anything. But for those who don't know,
really?
Farm show is like the most central PA thing ever, but like every January, like there's just a huge convention in Harrisburg, and it's just a bunch of like farmers bringing like tractors and like just
I like
gear.
The butter sculpture.
Yeah, they have like the centerpiece is a giant sculpture carved of butter, and there's like animals all around, and just like tons of farming.
It literally smells like shit everywhere.
It's amazing.
Minus where the milkshakes are. And you just get to eat food.
And we graduated
animals
in that complex. We graduated from high school in the farm show complex.
Yeah.
That just All right. We've gone. We're beyond that now. All right, you ready for TTTT?
Yeah, what we got?
Did you know that Ke Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once and Indiana Jones worked on X-Men?
Really? When did he do that?
Yeah, so after he wrapped on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and the Goonies, he really wanted to keep acting, like we mentioned earlier, but never booked any more gigs because Hollywood wasn't looking for young Asian actors in the 80s and 90s. So he decided he needed to get a job other than acting, but he still really wanted to be involved with films. So he went to film school to learn how to work behind the scenes, behind the camera. After graduating, he was hired to work on the original X-Men movie as an assistant fight choreographer and a translator. And
it's awesome.
Yeah, over 20 years later, those fight choreography skills helped him land his breakout role to get back into acting in Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that required like a lot of
dude, that is dope to think about.
Yeah. So I love that he's getting that resurgence right now. He genuinely seems just like such a kind human being and has so much love for the industry. Yeah. Don't
want to mess around with Short Round.
Yeah. All right. Ready for the draft?
Yes.
So, because we just did like valuable movie life lessons, we're going to do a draft on feel-good movies.
Here's the thing with these drafts, man. I always feel like I come in like not knowing,
Not
and then I'm just
prepared,
like,
even though I tell you about it to prepare.
did you tell me this one though?
I did.
When?
Yesterday, I said, can we do best
have time
advice
in a day?
/ nuggets of wisdom learned from movies? We'll each prep 3 quotes or just life lessons learned from movies and discuss them with one another. And for the draft, best feel-good movies. Nice.
Oh, it was at the end of that one.
Yes.
Yeah, no, when did you send that? I was like, wasn't it like early in the morning? Don't spoil
1
my
p.m.
sleep schedule. That's early
1 p.m.
for me.
my time, which is 4 p.m. you.
Oh. No, I was up then.
Yeah,
So-
I know.
All
All right, so you're first for feel-good movies for the draft.
Oh goodness. Oh golly. My number 1, School of Rock.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I did see that when I was looking up the list. That's a good one. You know, Jack Black?
Mm-hmm. Classic.
What's a feel-good about it for you?
I don't know. I always vibe with it. Becoming like a teacher kind of like changes your perspective of it too.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, so like you can't
You
kind
wanna
of just
help the
go in
kids.
there and teach.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah, just helping kids out and helping them see their potential is always cool.
My number 1 is Good Will Hunting. Dude, it's so good. Like, freaking Robin Williams is fantastic in this and drops, again, so many nuggets of wisdom. It's also just a great coming to age / coming to your potential story for, like, Matt Damon. Also inspiring because it was, like, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's kind of, like, first movie that, like, broke out. So, yeah, I really like that one.
Nice.
What about you? Number 2.
Oh man, there's 2 I could choose between. I want you to have either one. I'm going to take Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay. That's like a comedy. Yeah, it's like feel good, like just kind of like a
It's on the list.
boy having an adventure.
Yeah. It's just very funny, and like I all the different characters kind of like coming to learn like what they're capable of.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I also like the theories with it too. With its okay, I'm blanking on his name. Not Ferris. Ferris's friend. Oh, there's like theories about like it all be from his perspective because he's sick. So he's like,
Cameron?
really just like dreaming the whole thing. Yeah, Cameron. I knew someone with a C. I was like thinking Cody. I'm like, that's not right.
I forgot Charlie Sheen was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh yeah, dude. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's why that's my pick.
My number 2, I've got The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This is just, I feel like a feel good movie. It's about like traveling and escaping the day-to-day of life, exploring the world, and just like, again, like we were talking about earlier with Master Oogway, like enjoying the present and being in the moment. And as like a young 20s guy, that resonates with me. So I gotta include that. I feel good after watching that.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna say Forrest Gump 4K.
No.
I don't know why it says 4K over here, but like that's like literally in the title.
That was on my list. Yep.
But it's Forrest Gump, dude. Like you can't
It's a
not
feel
say,
good. I know.
it like hits you in your heart.
And I love running movies.
Makes you really look at life.
It's like the best running movie. Yeah. It's just a story, and like he's so pure, especially at the end when he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so mad you got this. At the end when he's like, is he like me, to his son? I'm like, oh my gosh, like he knows. Dang it. Okay. All right. I am glad I got this next one though. Chef. Mm-hmm. This is one that was kind of a sleeper that I'm really glad I got. It's the Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau, my boy.
Yeah.
As I always say.
That is a good movie.
Yeah, it just captures the raw emotional essence of cooking and also just like discovering your passion. And it presents it so well that like it presents it in a way that like you can appreciate the craft of being a chef, even if you're not a chef and don't understand everything fully. Like the way it's shot is like so fundamentally beautiful, and the beauty in the food cinematography and just the great story following your passion. Like I said, I love this movie.
That's a good one. It's a good one. I remember when I saw it for the first time, and it hits different. It really just does hit different. I'm going to say The Blind Side.
Okay.
I'm not a really big football guy, but even as somebody who doesn't like appreciate sports like that, like just the story and the way
like
these people
like that.
supported each other, like it was really nice to see.
I think that kind of goes along the lines of like Chef. Like I really like movies that like I'm not super involved in the world of like cooking or like football, but when a movie's so good that it wraps me into the story and I do care about the characters, I love that, and it like gives me a peek into that world, even though I'm not super invested in that world. And I want to create stories that like, or like see stories at least that like also do that for other,
provide windows.
Yeah, other professions. So no, I totally agree, and I like that as well. So that's a good choice. Yeah. My next one, I'm gonna say Hitch. So this is again kind of a comedy. It's like I know Will Smith's in hot water since last year's Oscars, but I just really like this movie. Like this is one that my mom and I watch together and have bonded over all the time. So this might be more of a personal reason why it's like a feel good movie, but we just like really like it. It's kind of like a nice rom-com that my mom and I like watching, and like the whole dance scene. So with Kevin James is really funny. So I just like watching that movie.
Yeah. I was scrolling down, and then because I kind of got through like all the basic ones. I feel like feel good's kind of like a wide genre.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things can be feel good, but I went down to specifically just Paramount feel good movies.
Okay.
And dude, I totally forgot about Coming to America.
Oh,
with Eddie Murphy. Dude,
yeah.
that's such a good movie, man. I love
I don't know if I've seen that actually.
Dude, really?
I don't think I have.
Dude, you gotta go visit McDowell's, man. We were just talking about the Nuggets.
Yeah. Okay.
But do you know the premise, right?
He's coming to America. An extremely pampered African prince travels to Queens, New York, and goes undercover to find a wife that he can respect for her intelligence and strong something.
Like a strong character, most of what the biopsy says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, he's got all these women trying to be like, oh, I'll be your queen, I'll be your queen. And he's like, I will go to America and I will get to my wife. And then he goes there with his buddy.
Does he like learn a lesson by the end?
Yeah. Okay, well, and he also finds his wife. So it all works out.
All right, cool. Nice. All right. My last one, because you stole Forrest Gump, I'm going to take McFarland USA. That's another personal feel-good one for me. It's a story about cross-country, and it's another kind of sports movie, inspirational about like how these kids from like an underprivileged school get this new coach, and he kind of trains them to like be champions and use their kind of like perceived limitations as advantages. And it's just, again, it shows, it's a really good, I feel like there aren't many good movies about like the love of cross country, and as someone that loved cross country, it was cool to see that in a narrative film. So I really like this one a lot. And
what was that one called?
McFarland USA.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's pretty good. I was gonna make a joke on one of mine. I was like, my feel good movie, American Psycho. I'm just kidding. But I didn't.
Look at that lettering. Oh my god.
Yeah, forget to pull out business card. All right. Ready for patron shoutouts? Cue the epic Star Wars music. Boosh, we got patron Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, Tony. Thank you so much for pledging the tier to get you the shout out. If you'd like to support us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. You get the audio episode early, special benefits, cool perks, all that jazz, and more. Thank you sincerely to our patron supporters. We really appreciate you guys, sending us to support throughout the year. Seriously, really appreciate it. Yeah, all right, ready for cool comments?
Yeah.
Dude, we had a ton of a ton of people comment on our Avatar 2 versus Puss in Boots 2 sequel showdown. It's almost at 360 views.
Dang.
And which is like pretty good for our YouTube. And in the comments, we had a lot of people giving their thoughts on these movies. So thank you guys. Please comment on this one. Blow it up. Anna Katiza said, I would agree Puss in Boots is better. The directors created a distinct identity for the film as a sequel, combined with the beautiful animation style, depth of the story's message about living a meaningful life, and Puss's character arc. The film makes for a better sequel than Avatar 2. Not trying to hate on Avatar 2. It's spectacular visually, but I vote for Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. And yeah, I agree with that consensus. Oh my gosh.
I will say this. I did see Avatar 2 again with my family.
Yeah.
In IMAX. IMAX and 3D. And I gotta say, seeing it in 3D does give it that extra depth. I know a lot of people just can't do that, but like...
Right. But should you have to rely on 3D to make a movie perception good, you know?
No, but I'm saying it adds to it a lot more. Like, you know what I mean? And 2, things did become a lot better on the second viewing. Like, a lot of the arcs with characters and the relationships.
That's interesting. That opens up a whole debate of like...
Kind of picked up easier.
That's interesting because you could argue then that Avatar 2 is more layered because it takes multiple viewings for you to like fully grasp like maybe a more complex story versus Puss in Boots 2 because we got it on the first go. Maybe it was like more simple, but it's catering towards kids. So like, does one make the other better? I don't necessarily think so, but it's just an interesting thought.
I want to favor that argument, but at the end of the day, if I have to watch a 3-hour movie twice,
true.
I could have watched literally how long was Puss in Boots? Like an hour and a half?
And 40 maybe?
If you speed run it.
An hour 40, yeah.
You can watch it like 5-6 times. And the time it takes to watch Avatar 2 twice.
True.
So that's It's a lot. It's just a lot of time commitment.
Yeah, but again, also I feel like a story isn't necessarily like merited by how long it tells to take it.
No. It's largely based on like the pacing and how well the story keeps up.
Yeah, we've as a society we've been so like conformed to like this is how a movie should be and paced out, and I think James Cameron is trying to do something slightly different in mainstream, which is just interesting. That shaking it up. Yeah, I don't know, just all interesting things to think about. Life, human psychology, all that stuff. Bam. Boosh.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for the introduction.
Is that it? Yeah. We just talk about whatever we want to talk about, and now we're done. Blah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We seriously, really, sincerely appreciate it. We'll be back next time. I think next week the Oscars are supposed to get announced, and we might do an episode where we like run through that and do our Oscar predictions. I'm not entirely sure. Also, thank you to everyone. We just hit 70K on TikTok, which is just incredible.
Dang.
Thank you, seriously, for all the support over there. Yeah. Also, if you want, check out our merch store. We've got some merch still going up. Yeah, I actually really like this shirt. Hold on, let me show off the back again to our video viewers. Boosh. I don't know if you can see it.
Looks so good.
Cool design.
Actually does. Go buy it, please.
I need to look into, because the one on our website does not have this arm thing, but I really like the arm one. But it might jack up the price a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get the arm thing on there without jacking up the price. So we will see. All right, we'll be back next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.